Hey buddies, it's Beast. Welcome back to my channel. You know, family values is something that is extremely important and relevant to how many people grow, develop, and cherish life. Family values throughout history have taught uniqueness and how people perceive the world around them. And as I grew from the 80s all the way up until now, I've noticed the family values have deteriorated. But who's to blame for it? Where's it coming from? Just by watching the evolution of media entertainment, I've noticed the family values have drastically changed. If you look at the 80s, there was always the cable TV box. It was the Ataris, the Nintendos. It was also the VCR. All those alone became our babysitters. Back in the 70s, not so much. TV was just gaining in popularity, and going outside was still a big thing. When people went outside, when people had natural babysitters, I mean high school kids, when they were doing their homework, those kids did their homework right along with them. When they went outside, they explored, they discovered, they built their own insides. When mom was mainly the homemaker and dad was the breadwinner, most of the time when dad came home, you did something with dad. When you came home, you enjoyed your mom's delicious snacks. But don't you dare misbehave in school. Don't you dare misbehave inside of a supermarket. Don't you dare be disrespectful to the mean, nasty neighbor next door. Because you feared your mother. You did not want to get your mom angry. But those were family values. Those were things that, through discipline, it built you into a stronger, more respectful person. Now, as I've watched the evolution of social media, as I've watched the evolution of everything that's going on, I started to notice, even through my nephew, who basically has a phone glued to his eyes, basically, almost every hour of the day, with the exception when he plays sports, with the exception of when he does a few things with dad. But that screen is always on his eyes. And it got me thinking, let's see what's going on in the world today. We literally have adults having temper tantrums in the center aisle at a Walmart. In the 80s, you wouldn't even hear that. I mean, it's true. You would never see an adult have a temper tantrum in the middle aisle of a Walmart, let alone have a temper tantrum in McDonald's and smashing a hamburger on the counter because they put too much mac sauce on it, because they wanted a cheat meal. Who does this? It's social media. When you go on social media and you see people have meltdowns and you go on to message forums and people become entitled, that's because nobody has taught them discipline. Nobody has taught them how to behave in public. They only know how to behave behind the screen because they don't know who they are. They don't have the time to sit down, or nobody has the time to sit down and have those long heart-to-heart talks with the parents. I still have heart-to-heart talks with my son. I still have heart-to-heart talks with my daughter. But the thing is I don't see that anymore. I don't see dad going out and buying Junior an ice cream cone and going to the park, sitting on a park bench and having a heart-to-heart talk. I don't see grandpa with grandson in the park with a chessboard, sitting there beating the living bejesus out of each other, playing chess. It melted my heart when I came and pulled into this park that I'm in right now, and I'm seeing only one father and one son playing catch with a baseball. The baseball diamond's empty. The park is empty. The playground has nobody. So it gets me thinking, where's the family values at? Where's the chance that the kids could be able to sit down and learn from the parents? It's not there. I'm just sitting here talking about phone being glued to their eyes. There's a woman walking right by me, walking her dog, and she's texting on social media. Not grasping the beautiful day that we have right now. But I know all the negative stuff that's on social media. I try to avoid it. I try to avoid it, and I try to avoid it on my channel as much as possible. Sometimes I have to talk about it. Sometimes I need to express myself. But when it comes to the point where a child is so entitled by the time that they're 8 years old, or by the time they're 10 years old, that they're running their parents' lives, there's a problem. And you see it in real life, and you see it in sketches. A lot of these sketches that are on Darman, that are on the other sites, are pretty much true. Kids are becoming so entitled that instead of the parents being the king and queen of the household, it's the child that's becoming the king and the queen of the household. They get whatever they want, they do whatever they want, and the parents are their slaves. No, that can't be. It needs to stop. You need to take that phone. Actually, in my opinion, that phone should not be in their hand until they're at least 16 years old. When you're seeing a 5-year-old not exploring and looking around and seeing what's going on in the world, and with the phone in their hand, you know they're going to be raised by social media. They're going to be raised by the words of everybody else that maybe their ancestors would disapprove of. And that's what family values is. Teaching the ways of your ancestors. Whether good or bad. If you are a good parent, you teach the best ways that your ancestors taught you. If it was bad, then you try and eliminate from the past and you create new vibes. But, you know, I just wanted to get this off my chest because, you know, I do not see family values growing. I see it depleting. So what do you guys think? Do any of you guys have strong family values, strong family ties? Let me know in the comment section. I'd really love to see it. I'd really love to hear it. This is one of my, heart-to-hearts. I think I'm running a little bit round robin on this, but I'll watch it back. But I'm going to post it anyways. Why not? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. And until next time, keep on rocking.